Hi guys, Akwaba, welcome to my channel. Anyone that's new here, hi, welcome. My name is Nana Ashanti. I am a business content creator. I live in Accra, Ghana right now. I moved from New York to here 3 years ago, and I'm saying all of this for context about the conversation we're about to have today. So if you're interested in knowing what goes on the continent of Africa, especially in this country, Ghana, because you want to move here or you have any interest here, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe. Now, actually, I'm on my way to work right now. And I said, let me just listen to the radio, right? And hear what's going on in the country. And my big question right now is Ghana finished? Is Ghana finished? Is Ghana done with? Are we done being the place where you invest in Africa? Are we done being the place where you move your family to or spend your retirement? Are we just done? Is Ghana finished? Because the kinds of conversations that are happening on the radio right now, it looks like we're in trouble.
It's doing terribly.
Not terribly.
Well, your inflation in your country, inflation in Ghana.
I don't know the economy in the world that's doing well. Tell me where you are here.
Inflation in Ghana.
The highest inflation.
Well, 15.7%. The Ghanaian cedi has fallen 20% on the dollar. The worst after Russia, which has a lot of sanctions against it.
It's began to firm up. It has begun to firm up.
It looks like Ghana is in trouble. And if you know anything about this channel, you know that when anything goes on in this country, I have to say, because I encourage a lot of people to move to Africa. I encourage a lot of people to seek a better life, and my recommendation for that usually is for you to move to Ghana or to any other African country. Now, we all know what is going on in the world right now, but Ghana has been judged to have the second worst currency in all of the planet. Okay, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. We have the worst currency. Now, our currency is the cedi. We spend the cedi, which is right now currently 10 cedis to $1. That is a big deal because just maybe like a decade ago, it was 1 cedi to $1. And at the beginning of the year, it was 6 cedis to $1. But right now, we are being told that it is 10 cedis to $1. Now, if you're an economist or you're just a really smart person, because I know some of you are really smart, go ahead and explain what this phenomenon is to us in the comment section, like we're all 5-year-olds in kindergarten, because I want to understand what is going on. Like, I know as a citizen in this country right now, I know what is going on the ground, but all the economic jargons and stuff just making it super difficult for just people to understand what is going on. Now,
what have you found yourself having to stop buying because of the prices?
I used to buy oil in bulk, but now I'm even struggling to buy one.
What about the spices? Because I see you've got other things here.
Maggi, 12, 13 cities, 18 cities now. You understand? Everything. The last time I got a jawari is one of the spices I use in preparing my jollof.
Must be very difficult.
Very, very, very difficult.
The country with the worst currency in the world right now is Sri Lanka. And you guys know what's going on in Sri Lanka, right? Or should I break it down?
Sri Lanka is a country that's bankrupt and out of fuel. These people have queued overnight for a gas cylinder. It's rationed to 1 per family, and there's still not enough for everyone waiting.
Okay, so Sri Lanka is going through more of like a political crisis right now, which has had economic, ramifications. Like, they're running out of like water, they're running out of medicine. They overtook their government building. Like, they pretty much run the president off, right? They run the president off, and he just abandoned the presidential castle or whatever, because it looks like a palace. And this is the country that Ghana's currency is second to. And we have no war going here. We have no political crisis. We have none of that stuff, but our currency is literally the second worst currency in the world. So is Ghana finished? Put your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know. Ghana has always been this darling country of the African continent where we've never had a civil war. It's super peaceful, it's super nice, it's just gorgeous and beautiful, and people are supposed to be happy and hospitable and friendly and all of that. But right now, okay guys, so as I was talking to you guys, my tires went burst. Okay, so I had to go change it. Now if you really think about it, it's the fault of the government. It's not my fault for not changing my own tires. Everybody in the world right now is feeling, you know, the cost of like food items and just like small commodities and things like that because of inflation. So it's nothing new, and Ghana of course is not special. So we're part of the world's economy and we're all facing this trouble. So I don't actually think that we are, you know, facing any unique problem right now, but I do think that in our case there's a special reason for why this is going on, and that's because this current government, when they came, they made a lot of promises about the social programs and stuff that we're going to do for people. Like number one, basic education on a governmental like level is free. That means if you go to government school, public school, it's free, and your food is free for the kids, textbooks, everything. Now the quality is actually very questionable. Somebody in the education system, the quality of, you know, public school and funding and stuff in this country is very questionable. But they did say they were going to make high school free as well. Now, it never used to be free before. You had to pay. And now they made it free. The question here is that were they prepared to make this, you know, thing free? Were they prepared, you know, for these social programs that they said they were going to make? Were they prepared when they made these promises? Or have they overspent because of these promises that they made? Have they been, you know, dipping into like places where they were not supposed to dip into for revenue to fulfill the campaign and political promises that they made? Which is an African leader problem, actually. They do that quite a bit. To their credit, this SHS, you know, senior high school free whatever thing has been going on for the past, I think, 4 or 5 years now. They've been able to implement it, but people are saying that the reason why we find ourselves in this economic crisis is because of this issue. And if you read the Bloomberg article that I'm going to link to this video, you will see that there is merit actually for that sort of, you know, angle that we're looking at. Our government is overspending. If we've seen some of these ministers' cars that they have acquired over the past 6 years, and all these big, you know, projects that they want to do, the National Cathedral, which is costing $300 million, they have no way of building it. I mean, the latest news about that is that the project has been halted due to non-payment. So I think our government has spent a lot more money, and now they've gone to the IMF to try and borrow $3 billion. $3 billion is what our government is asking for the IMF. Now, of course, you're not going to get that money. I'm not sure they're going to get it because most countries in the world right now are looking to the IMF because of COVID funding and all of that. It's kind of eating into a lot of government's budgets. So they are looking to, you know, get some sort of like handout, which is not going to happen. That handout is not going to happen. So in conclusion, will I say Ghana is finished? I don't think so. I think we're going through something right now. We're going through something that's like, if we don't take it might get a little out of control. But you know, we're riding the wave. Everybody in the whole world, like I said earlier on, is feeling this. After COVID, it's been very difficult to recover, and we have leaders that unfortunately do not know what you're doing. They do not know what you're doing. It's like they are overwhelmed for sure, and they made plans without knowing that COVID will happen. I mean, who did know? and they did not anticipate some of these things, and they're spending too much money on very unnecessary things. In my opinion, I think like they're spending too much money on things that they shouldn't be spending money on. But I'd love to hear from you, so go in the comment section, let me know what you think about this, you know, economic crisis that Ghana is facing right now, and in your opinion, what has caused it and how can we get out of it? Let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Words just come together, story that we never told. So far shaking for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to